Now this comes where, here is Michael Moore, a Canadian, comes to the U.S., to Wisconsin, where they're having this rally in the State House, union workers, and tries to rally his communist rhetoric, okay, and advocating communism as well as he does in all of his films that he produces. Now, I have where okay, our fathers, the founding fathers of America, were adamantly opposed to all shams of leveling, as Samuel Adams described the redistribution of wealth. Even James Madison, the author of our Constitution, once he wrote that I cannot undertake to lay my finger on that article of the Constitution which granted a right to Congress of expending on the objects of benevolence the money of their constituents. Okay? What does that mean is obviously that he was opposed to the government imposing on your private wealth. Simple as that. Your private belongings, your private matters in your business. James Madison, our author of the Constitution, well over 200 years ago. Okay, another friend of Michael Moore went on MSNBC, and by the name of Lawrence O'Donnell, went on MSNBC and stated that he's a proud socialist, a man who works for a decently non-socialist enterprise with back-to-back adverts. Now, clarifies the socialist communist stance. Now, here's Lawrence O'Donnell's comment that he made on MSNBC. First and foremost, I am a socialist because I disagree with the founding fathers' ideas on morality and rule of law. Again, this is Lawrence O'Donnell comment on MSNBC. He stated, first and foremost, I am a socialist because I disagree with the founding fathers' ideas on morality and the rule of law. It is important that we have a centralized government that redistributes all the wealth. The state needs to have the power to take some of the wealth away from those that the state decides have too much of. Now, according to Lawrence O'Donnell's statement, he wants, again, a communist form of government to come in and have the right to say, well, we're going to grab the wealth of people who have money. Mind you, you do not have to be a millionaire, okay, for them to grab your money. But again, have the government come in, grab the money, and distribute it over to others who don't have this. This might sound like a very utopic view of things, but I want to see Michael Moore go into his utopia dream of his socialist views and communist ideologies, and see how much of his money he would have if he would like to go into this communist system, which he advocates on every film that he does. Every film that he produces out there, he advocates communist and socialist views. Michael Moore is nothing more than a fat, disgusting slob. A pig, a disgusting communist pig who belongs in Canada to rot. What gives him the right to come to America and advocate something such as communist? To grab someone, to have the right of people who don't have money, such as others who do work, make business, make jobs, create wealth and jobs and all sorts of jobs for society. He advocates the peasants to come and steal the wealth of those who have the money. Now, if you ask me, again, this Michael Moore, a hypocrite who lives with his millions from his movies, sits on them in his bank accounts, not distributing his wealth. But he wants you, me, and anyone else with money, especially these so-called corporations, multi-million or billion-dollar corporations. The people have a right to steal this money. He says the common people, he calls them, has a right to come and steal money away from those who do have it. Now, he's a very wealthy filmmaker, and the state has allowed him to keep most of his money, which he makes from his movies. How well would he be if he lived in this society which he's preaching about? How much of it, of the money, will he be keeping if this society of his utopian dream of people spreading the wealth, distributing the wealth, how much would he have? And how would he like it if all his work that he would put into his documentary films go to people who doesn't even has nothing to do with give out the money to them? He wouldn't like that, but he would like to have you take out your wealth, to distribute your wealth to the non-producers, which he claims. His words, this disgusting pig of a man, and I say man in a loose manner, this communist, again, belongs, in my opinion, back in Canada in their socialist government system of theirs, which is why so many of them come over here to America, have their hip transplants and knees and organs and so forth, because they're standing on line dropping dead from their health care, which Obama loves so much. Now, again, this was a commentary remark about Michael Moore, which, because he had stated again this socialist communist views of his, coming to America and promoting his socialist views, communist views on us, which I disagree and discuss, and totally disagree with him. I totally discuss this whole rhetoric of his, of him coming over here and discussing this matter. He should take his disgusting carcass back to Canada and let it rot where it is. I hope you like today's commentary remarks. You're free to post any comments if you wish. Thank you for watching.